Welcome to this week's Shortwave Roundup, an on and off look I tend to do at some of the weird and wonderful signals out there on the shortwave bands. It's not been a terribly eventful week, but two signals caught my eye. One I heard myself, and another somebody emailed me late last night, in the hope that you, the viewer, may be able to identify and solve. This first one has been known as Kazakh amongst the guys that heard it. It features a faint female voice, and it was apparently recorded from Novosibirsk in Siberia in southern Russia. Take a listen. I'm sure you'll agree it sounds very number station-ish. It's been heard numerous times on 4480 kHz USB and is never a fantastic signal. Halyan from Estonia sent me a second clip last night as he was discussing the station with a couple of friends. Take a listen. I monitored the frequency from here in the UK and couldn't hear it. Halyan could hear it faintly in Estonia, and the guy who made the recordings, known only as H, and I don't know if H is Halyan, recorded the signal from the Novosibirsk SDR. I have no idea what this is, although using a bit of Googling and a bit of AI help, I'm convinced the female voice is reading numbers in Armenian. The point to note here is that the signal gets stronger towards Novosibirsk, but Armenia is a good way away from Novosibirsk. Have you heard this station? Is it indeed using the Armenian language? Is she saying anything else? Let us know in the comments. These sorts of signals tend to be either number stations on the intelligence hand, or more often than not, maritime or air defence networks on the defence hand conducting tests. Another rarer one to me that seems to have been reactivated last night is this. I'm sure you'll recognise the sound. It appeared on 5782 kHz and is indeed one of these spurious signals that fall into the Russian channel marker category. A channel marker being a signal that's designed to keep a frequency in use and therefore clear should traffic need to be sent. This sort of mini buzzer type marker was first noted in September 2023. They spread more widely over the bands in around March 2024, and the most prevalent one can usually be found on 6930 kHz, and it sounds identical. The one on 5782 kHz, as far as I know, appeared last September in 2024. Take a listen to this one on 5950 kHz. 5782, 5950 and 6930 kHz are all definitely frequencies to keep an eye on. Maybe one day we'll hear some voice traffic on them. With many of the channel markers that are long-standing, such as the buzzer, the marker signal stops and a voice transmission takes place.
Михаил, Дмитрий, Женя, Борис. 21 416. Зинаида, Анна, Татьяна, Юрий, Человек, Константин, Анна. 74 78 81 18. Григорий, Анна, Семен.
Last night's reappearance of the 5782 kHz buzzer is the first since September last year, but maybe you've heard it in between. Let us know in the comments. The ticking clock has been frequently interspersed with the same old recording of a warning siren or alarm, and this week it was a fantastic signal into the UK. I've covered the Stalingrad ticking clock at length on the channel, so I won't go into it all again here, but there's a couple of videos linked in the description below which explain everything we know. Listeners are divided on whether this is a Russian military signal or a pirate. It's been on the air pretty much 24/7 since last March, which, if it is operated by a pirate, is seriously impressive. And finally, I've not touched on the buzzer for a while, so here it is last night doing its thing. Sometimes the buzzing is clear and sharp, and on other occasions, like in the clip I'm about to play, it sounds slow and laboured. There's been plenty of discussion that this may be degradation of a tape it's playing or the transmitter that's sending it. But there's a strong theory that the sounds in between the buzzing tones are some sort of digital mode sending data. I'm inclined to agree with the latter because if we listen on other occasions, the signal is much cleaner and clearer with none of the hash type noise in between. Take a listen. So that's a quick roundup of the weird and wonderful things you can hear on the shortwave bands designed to get you listening. If you have anything you'd like featured in these videos, then drop me a line.